is Mike Morgan. In the 7 car out of Carnegie, Dwayne Popham. Pittsburgh driving the 76 tonight is Kurt Hav-A-Tampa. Kurt Hav-A-Tampa driving the Dave Wade number 76. In car number 11A from Castle Shannon, Pittsburgh, Pete Loria. In the yellow number 8 out of Chester, West Virginia, Andy Klein. And in the car number 64M, Chuck Mowry, the driver, out of Natrona Heights. Here they come off of turn number 4. We're underway. Green is out. Phil's towing 3J of Joe Johnson takes the early lead, but maybe not for long as the 7 of Dwayne Popham pulls alongside. Racing down the backstretch, it's still Johnson. Popham is second. Mike Morgan in the 83, Kurt Hav-A-Tampa in the 76 are next in line, and here comes the 11 of Pittsburgh, Pete Loria. The Remax Real Estate, Mystic Beverages 7 of Dwayne Popham now takes the lead. Here comes Joe Johnson back on the outside, and the Phil's towing 3J. They're side by side into turn number 3. The Morgan Equipment Service 83 of Mike Morgan still third, but on the inside comes the Quaker Steak and Lube 11 of Pete Loria. The Tiger Machine and Manufacturing 76 of Kurt Hav-A-Tampa running 5th. It's Joe Johnson with the lead back as they race off at turn 2. Popham second, Loria third, then Morgan and Hav-A-Tampa. Back a ways to the 64 of Chuck Maurer and the 8 of Andy Klein. Kurt Hav-A-Tampa in car 76 down on the inside off that second turn, picking up a spot as he moves to 4th. Still Joe Johnson, Dwayne Popham second, Pete Loria third. Hav-A-Tampa 4th as we come to the halfway point, 5 laps to go. Pete Loria now the 11 trying to take second away from Dwayne Popham. The Imperial Tire and Automotive, Quaker Steak and Lube 11A as we got a crash in 3 and 4. Car number 8, Andy Klein brings out the caution. 6 laps down, 4 to go, with the top 4 cars advancing to tonight's Keystone 100. Off of turn number 4 they come, and the green is out. Dwayne Popham takes the lead. Johnson drops to 3rd. Loria is up to 2nd as they scramble down the back straightaway. Kurt Hav-A-Tampa subbing for Dave Wade in the heat here tonight. Runs 4th in car 76 as Pete Loria tries to take the lead away from Dwayne Popham. Into turn number 1. The Mystic Beverages. Remax 7. The Quaker Steak and Lube, Century 3 Dodge 11. In a tussle into turn 3. Loria has the upper hand. Now Popham tries to come back underneath Pete in turn number 4, but it's Pittsburgh Pete showing the way. 2 laps to the finish, 2 to go. Phil's towing 3J of Joe Johnson, and the Tiger Machine and Manufacturing Specialty Turbine 76 of Kurt Hav-A-Tampa not far behind your second place car with 1 lap to go. Chuck Maurer in the 64 now running 5th. Hav-A-Tampa on the outside of Joe Johnson as they take the white flag. Loria continues to lead, but it's up for grabs, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. here in the final lap of this first Oresco Limited Lane heat race. Whoa, contact into 3. Johnson and Hav-A go spinning. Hav-A hits the wall. Checkered is out for Loria, and then the caution. Checkered out for Pete Loria, and then the caution. Sub Express 35, last week's winner from Baldwin, Mike Cecere, inside of row number 2. In the Carter's Collision 50, Georgie Blatt out of Aliquippa, starting 4th. In the Colbert's Collision Service 38 from Brentwood, Jim Steffens. Davey Hahn subbing for Alex Ferree in the number 4 tonight. Alex is running late model. Davey Hahn, we understand, dates Alex's sisters behind the wheel for the first time. And John Pavlik in the 00. John Pavlik out of Youngstown, Ohio. Like last Saturday night's feature here, Mike Cecere leading and Travis Geisler putting the pressure on. That's the way they finished last Saturday night. Cecere winning with Geisler right behind him at the finish. Cecere drifts high off the 4th turn. Geisler down on the inside. Still Cecere in front. Geisler second. Steffens third, and George Bland 4th as they head into turn number 1. John Pavlik's 00 is 5th. Keystone Beer Sub Express 35 showing the way over the D&B Trucking Tri-State Hose and Supply 97 of Travis Geisler. Jim Steffens 3rd, George Bland 4th, John Pavlik runs 5th. Cecere seems to have the better of it getting into the turns. Geisler closes up coming off. 6 more laps to go. 6 laps remaining. Cecere, but Geisler won't go away. Travis staying in striking distance of the race leader here. Sub Express, Keystone Beer 35, and the D&B Trucking Danforth Construction 97. Also, the Colbert's Collision Service Center 38 of Jim Steffens running a strong 3rd. Bland is 4th, John Pavlik 5th, and Davey Hahn not doing a bad job at all for the first time behind the wheel. The number 4 car running right with the field. Laps to go, 2 to go. Cecere close to the wall another time, exiting turn 4. Davey Hahn trying to get by the 00 of John Pavlik. White flag signaling 1 more lap to go. Hahn in the 4 gets by the 00 of Pavlik. Mike Cecere, your leader, he's been there from the start after starting on the pole. Travis Geisler second as they race off of 4. Cecere gets the win. Geisler is second. Jim Steffens a solid 3rd. George Bland in the 50 will get 4th, and the 4th Dave Hahn, the 00 of John Pavlik. Folks, if you didn't get a chance to pick up your 50 tonight, if you get a sandwich down at the Checkered Flag Food Court, be sure to check inside the wrapper for the lucky food coupons we give away. Some of the rappers have coupon heat races. As they say, only the strong survive, and we'll see who it's going to be here tonight. Dale McDowell on the pole in the Monday Trucking 17M alongside the 31 of Skip Arp. Row 2 inside will be Chubb Frank in the Star 1, and the 1Z of Jimmy Zarin starting 4th. Starting 5th in car 83R is Scott Rhodes, then the 4X of Alex Ferree. The 20 of Jason Sisson, the 6 of Jim Lepro, and Scott Bloomquist has switched cars. He's running a different car than he time trialed, and he will start last in his first heat race. The top 4 move on. And the green is out. 3 wide for the lead in turn 2. Skip Arp, Dale McDowell, and Chubb Frank, and here comes Bloomquist. Arp leads. McDowell is second, Frank is third as they race off of 4. Jimmy Zarin right now 4th, and knocking on the inside doors, the 0 of Scott Bloomquist. Alex Ferree in the 4 car bounces off the wall, and turn number 1 continues on as Arp leads into Curtis Equipment number 31. Bloomquist now to 4th. The battle for second. Dale McDowell and Chubb Frank razor tight off at turn number 4. It's still McDowell second, Frank third. Bloomquist 4th. Chubb Frank in the Mack Trailer Manufacturing Star 1. Moving up into the second spot down the backstretch. Dale McDowell trying to get back under Chubb Frank in turn 4. He'll settle for third down the front straightaway. Bloomquist is 4th now in the final transfer spot. Zarin runs 5th. Jason Sisson 6th, and Scott Rhodes, Alex Ferree, and Jim Lepro. Skip Arp leading comfortably here off of turn number 4. Chubb Frank down in on the bottom side of the Speedway, still second, with McDowell third, and Bloomquist back a ways, about a half a chute in 4th. Got that left side point at the sky as he comes off the turn. Skip Arp, the Curtis Equipment GRT, a member of Team GRT, currently second in your Hav-A-Tampa point standings, and he hasn't slowed down since he was here in May. Coming to complete lap 6, 6 more to go. Remember, the winner of this heat will start on the pole of tonight's Keystone 100. Chubb Frank second, Dale McDowell third, and Scott Bloomquist is 4th. Change out in front. It's still Arp now by a full straightaway. Chubb Frank second, Dale McDowell third, and Scott Bloomquist 4th. Zarin is 5th, and Jason Sisson, Scott Rhodes, Alex Ferree, and Jim Lepro. 3 more laps to go, 3 to go. To go for Skip Arp as he closes it on the back of the field. Chubb Frank second. Dale McDowell third. White flag is waving for Skip Arp. Bloomquist still 4th, then Zarin 5th. Here he comes out of Georgetown, Tennessee, in the Curtis Equipment GRT. Skip Arp, your winner of our first World Exhaust Heat Race. Chubb Frank second, Dale McDowell third, and Scott Bloomquist will get the final transfer spot, finishing fourth. Green starting on the pole out of Dalton, Georgia. Outside from Weston, West Virginia, the winner of the Penn National 100, Timmy Hitt in the 68. From Knoxville, Tennessee in the CB3, Clayton Christenberry. In the Concord Automotive 1C from Cranberry Township, Lynn Geisler. In the Bartow Enterprises 46 from Jacksonville, Florida, the driver is Earl Pearson Jr. In the Imperial Hoist Chem Oil 2J, Mike Johnson from Imperial. In the Jays Wrecking 61 from Harbor Creek, Dan Armbruster. In the 48M, Mark Motes from Hookstown. And in car number 11, Leland Pruitt. Leland Pruitt out of... Here they come, ready to rock and roll off at turn number 4. At the cone. And we're underway. Into turn 1. Green in the middle, Hitt up top. Geisler runs third down the backstretches. Hitt takes the lead on the outside of Green. Christenberry is fourth, then Earl Pearson in fifth. Off of turn 4, it's still Tim Hitt with Marshall Green putting the pressure on into turn number 1. Lynn Geisler running a strong third. Clayton Christenberry is fourth. Earl Pearson fifth. The Rocket Chassis Dream Racing Engine 68 out of Weston, West Virginia, Timmy Hitt opening up the lead now as he picks that left side up. Marshall Green second. Geisler still third. Christenberry fourth, and Earl Pearson running fifth. Clayton Christenberry now in the CB3 trying to put a little heat on. The Concord Automotive 1C of Lynn Geisler for third. Into 3. Christenberry right there behind Geisler as Hitt continues to lead comfortably over Marshall Green. And now it's Earl Pearson trying to take the fourth and final transfer spot away from Clayton Christenberry. Mike Johnson is running sixth, and Dan Armbruster, Mark Motes, and Leland Pruitt. Halfway now, 6 laps to go. Things have solidified a bit at the halfway point, 6 laps to go. Clayton Christenberry in that final transfer spot in fourth with about 4 car lengths on the 46 of Earl Pearson Jr. Tim Hitt looking to start outside of row 1 if he can win this second heat race for tonight's Keystone 100. Timmy Hitt trying to lap the 11 of Leland Pruitt, who really got off the pace there. Hitt goes by. Green is still running second. Geisler third. Coming around to complete lap number 10. 2 more laps to go. 2 more laps to go. Took the lead with an outside move in turn 2 of the very first lap. He was playing dominant here back on July 18th when he breezed to the Penn National 100 win. Marshall Green running much better here tonight than he did back in May. He runs second. Geisler is third. Christenberry still fourth with 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go. Down the back straightaway in the Rocket Chassis Drame Racing Engine 68. Out of Weston, West Virginia, winning heat race number 2, Tim Hitz. Second to Marshall Green. Lynn Geisler, the all-time leading winner here at Pittsburgh, moves into the Keystone 100, finishing third. And also in the starting grid goes the CB3 of Clayton Christenberry. Of 4 boiler exhaust heat races. On the pole, the Southern Gentleman out of Knoxville, Tennessee, Freddie Smith in the Christenberry Trucking 00, alongside in the Rocket Chassis number 75 out of Zanesville, Ohio, the Bartman, Bart Hartman. Row number 2 on the inside, the Franklin Racing Supply 4 of Ed Ferree from Saxonburg. And out of Batesville, Arkansas, in the Monday Trucking number 6, Wendell Wallace. Starting 5th from Morgantown, the 0 of Dave Groves, lined up 6 in the 9C from Castle Shannon, Doug Crawford. Row 4, the Calusi Chevy 99, Ben Miley from Benicia. The Coors Light 8 of Dennis Curry from Dormont. Starting tail on the field in car number 4, out of Omaha, Nebraska, and that Warrior Chassis, yellow number 4, Roger Hayden. Play. Third of 4 heats, boiler exhaust heat races. And there we go, the green is out. And that's the way every race ought to start. Look at this battle in turn number 2. Dave Groves picking up some ground on the inside. He and Ed Ferree side by side for third. Bart Hartman is your leader with Freddie Smith second. Groves now up to third. Ferree is fourth, and Wendell Wallace runs fifth. And Roger Hayden, Doug Crawford, Dennis Curry, and Ben Miley. Hartman, 75. Bart Hartman leads the way over the Christenberry Trucking 00 of Freddie Smith. The Bland's Towing 0 of Dave Groves third. In the battle for fourth, here comes the Monday Trucking 6 of Wendell Wallace, sweeping by on the inside of 4 of Ed Ferree. Ferree dropping out of the top 4 now and in the 5th spot. As Hartman continues to lead, and Freddie Smith runs second. Dave Groves has moved from 5th to 3rd here in the first couple of laps in the Bland's Towing 0. Wendell Wallace 4th. Ferree still 5th. Debuting that new Rocket chassis here tonight. Wide battle back in the field here. Dennis Curry, Roger Hayden, and Ben Miley. Freddie Smith staying right with Bart Hartman. Hartman able to get that jump on the first lap, but since then, the distance between first and second has been about the same. Hartman your leader, Smith second, Bland third. The Bland's Towing 0 of Dave Groves third, and Wendell Wallace fourth. To go. 2 to go. Freddie Smith trying to close the gap here in the late stages. The winner of this heat will start third. tonight's Keystone 100. Remaining, 3 to go. Wendell Wallace now trying to close in on the third place car of Dave Groves. Wallace in the Monday Trucking 6 has closed the gap on the Bland's Towing 0 of Dave Groves. Hartman has increased his lead here in the 75 with 2 laps remaining, 10 down and 2 to go. Hartman closing in on the back of the field. Lap traffic could play a role here as he tries to get around the 4 of Roger Hayden. Freddie Smith trying to close ground. 1 lap remaining, 1 to go. Wendell Wallace continues to close in just a tad on the 0 of Dave Groves for third. Hartman around the 4 of Hayden, now clear racetrack down the backstretch as that lead grows. The Bartman, former winner of the Penn National 100 here in Pittsburgh out of Zanesville, Ohio. Bart Hartman wins your third Bull Exhaust heat race with Freddie Smith second. Dave Groves is third, and the final transfer spot goes to the 6M of Wendell Wallace. The 53, and that is Ray Cook out of Murphy, North Carolina. From Greensburg in the 48J, Davey Johnson. Out of Chester, West Virginia, the 5 of Lou Bradish. From Millersburg, Ohio, the 72 of Rayson John Mason. From St. Clairsville in the T8, Mark Banal. From Muma, Ohio in the 49, Brian Ruman. The 55 is Bill Nepper from Clinton. From Carnegie, the 99T of Ricky Thomas, and able to make the starting grid for the heat after mechanical problems did not allow him to time trial. Car 2S from Charleroi, Sammy Stow. Points leader here at Pittsburgh, Mark Banal, starts 5th in the T8. Brian Ruman, the 49. Nepper, the 55. Thomas, the 99. The 2S of Sammy Stow. 12 laps for the Bull Exhaust heat. And the green is out. Bradish and Banal sideways into turn number 1. They're rocking and rolling for the lead off at 2. It's Davey J on the outside taking the lead down the backstretch, and Bradish in the 5 moves into second. Ray Cook in the 53 is third, trying to get that second spot back off of 4 as Bradish got high. Cook is back to third. Rayson John Mason now challenging the 5 of Lou Bradish for third. Now low on the inside, it's Mason. Bradish up high in the 5, down the back straightaway. Mason to third, Bradish runs 4th, and Banal is 5th. Johnson, your leader, in the Johns Towing, Nigel Auto Solutions 48. Johnson trying to be the third rocket chassis to win a heat race here tonight. He continues to lead with Ray Cook second. Mason third. The battle is for 4th between the 5 of Bradish and the T8 of Mark Banal. It's like a Saturday night here at Pittsburgh, the battle for that 4th and final transfer spot. Brian Ruman in the 49 moves by the 99 team of Ricky Thomas as they race into turn number 1. Johnson continues to lead. Ray Cook will not go away, staying in striking distance in the 53 car. Mason a solid third, and Bradish is 4th. 1 more lap to halfway. 1 more lap to halfway. Caution is out. Caution is out. Ricky Thomas spinning the car over in turn number 2 to bring out the caution. And don't forget the Pittsburgh 100 coming up September 18th, 19th, and 20th. The Pittsburgh 100. Mark it down. just over a month away. Johnson is back on the gas. The green is out, and there they go into turn number 1. Davey still leads, but Ray Cook is right there behind him. Mason not far away in third. Bradish holds on to fourth on the restart. This is the halfway point, this time by 6 more laps to go. Johnson still leading. Cook second. Mason, Bradish, and Banal. Cook seems a little better through the middle part of the turn than the 48 of Davey Johnson. Closing in again as they race into turn number 4. 4 laps to go. Johnson's got the upper hand in the Johns Towing Nigel Auto Solutions 48. The Youngblood Concrete 53 of Ray Cook still second. And racing John Mason 72 third with the Medical Center Brace 5 of Lou Bradish fourth. Johnson now trying to increase that lead here in the closing stages of a final World Exhaust heat race. Two more laps to go, 2 to go. Down the back straightaway they'll be going for the final time. That beautiful number 48 car, Davey Johnson, has been your leader from the start. Ray Cook not losing track of the race leaders. They come to the checkered flag. Right behind Johnson comes Cook. It's going to be Johnson getting the win. Cook will settle for second. Mason third. Bradish fourth in the final transfer spot. Then Banal, Roman, Nepper, and Thomas. Row. Scott Rhodes in the 83, Doug Crawford the 9C row number 2. 4X Alex Free, 8 Dennis Curry, 6 Jim Lepro, 99 Ben Miley, and the 4 of Roger Hayden. 12 laps, first of 2 B mains for the Hav-A-Tampa late models. 3 move on to tonight's Keystone 100. And away we go. Ed Ferree races off to an early lead in car number 4. 20 of Jason Sisson running second, and the 9C of Doug Crawford is third. Car 8, Dennis Curry trying to take fourth away from the 83 of Scott Rhodes. Curry is fourth, Rhodes fifth, Alex Ferree sixth, and Ben Miley seventh, Jim Lepro and Roger Hayden. Dennis Curry in the 8 sliding up across the racetrack in turn 4. Out in front, it's still the Franklin Racing Supply 4 of Ed Ferree. Sisson second and Crawford right now in the final transfer spot in the Fatheads 9C. The Vastaroli's Auto Body 20 of Sisson running second. 3 laps are down, 3 down. The Rhodes Performance 83 of Scott Rhodes is fifth right now. Alex Ferree still sixth, Ben Miley seventh. Franklin Racing Supply rocket of Ed Ferree with a straightaway advantage over the 20 of Jason Sisson. Doug Crawford still third. Dennis Curry a close fourth in the 8. As we move into the middle stages, Curry trying to close in on Crawford. Dennis Curry in the Coors Light 8, putting the pressure on the Getaway Cafe. Fathead Saloon 9C of Doug Crawford for the third and final transfer spot. Crawford looks like he's gaining a bit on the second place car of Jason Sisson. Here they come off of 4 at the halfway point. The battle for second, third, and fourth as Ed Ferree has checked out in the Franklin Racing Supply car number 4. Sisson second, Crawford third, and Curry a close fourth. Dennis Curry in the 8 to the inside of Doug Crawford, but he can't make it stick. Crawford, though, gets loose in turn 2, and here comes Curry, the battle for the third and final transfer spot into 3. Coors Light 8 of Dennis Curry, the Fatheads 9 of Doug Crawford, rubbing rails off of 4, and they end up in the wall. Caution is out. Dennis Curry and Doug Crawford battling for that third and final transfer spot and simply running out of racetrack in the process. Crawford and Jim Zarin, 2 of our regular competitors, both having misfortune here, and we're ready to get back underway with 4 on. And Scott Rhodes right now moves up into that third spot in car 83R. And the green is out. Once again, Ferree takes the lead. Jason Sisson second, Scott Rhodes third, and Alex Ferree up to fourth now. Roger Hayden has moved to fifth. Dennis Curry runs sixth. Franklin Racing Supply, number 4 of Ed Ferree. 2 laps to go. Curry now back into fifth in the Coors Light 8. Back up into the fifth spot as Alex Ferree tries to take third away in the final transfer spot from Scott Rhodes. Down the backstretch into 3. One more lap to go. 1 lap to go. Down the back straightaway, Ed Ferree pulling away as he comes to the checkered flag. Jason Sisson running second as he has from the start. And a battle for third now. Here they come off of 4. Alex Ferree looks to the inside. Sisson is second, and it's going to be Scott Rhodes third. Alex Ferree will have to settle for fourth. J. Mike Johnson, 49, Brian Ruhlman, 55, Bill Nepper, 48, Mark Motes, 99, Ricky Thomas, Leland Pruitt in the 11, and the 2S of Sammy Stow. Here they come, looking for the start. 12 laps, final chance to make the big dance. And away we go. Down the back straightaway, Mark Pinnell leading into turn 3. Leland Pruitt in the 46 second. Or excuse me, Earl Pearson in the 46 second. Leland Pruitt makes the move to 6th off the 4th turn in the number 11. Sammy Stow right behind him in the 2S. Now leads. Pearson runs second, and Brian Woolman is third. Ricky Thomas pulling into the pits. Caution is out.
Hav-A-Tampa B main tonight. Earl Pearson Jr. second and Bill Nepper is third. They move on. Brian Woolman finishes fourth, completing the top five, the 2J of Mike Johnson.
Although they're not aligned right now. they come into turn number 4, and the green is out. Pete Loria takes the lead from the pole in car 11A. Sear runs second. Travis Geisler, the 97, and 7 Dwayne Poffin battle for third into turn 3. Then it's the 64 of Chuck Mowry, the 38 of Jim Steffens. Quaker Steak and Lube, Century 3 Dodge 11 of Pete Loria continues to lead here with the Keystone Beer Sub Express 35 of Mike Sear second. Remax Real Estate, Mystic Beverages 7 of Dwayne Poffin third, and the D&B Trucking. Tri-State Hose and Supply 97 of Geisler is fourth, with the Coberts Collision and Service number 38 of Jim Steffens fifth. Chuck Mowry having a good run tonight in sixth in car 64. Mike Morgan is seventh, John Pavlik eighth, Joe Johnson ninth, and Dave Hahn is 10th. Geisler now challenging the 7 of Dwayne Poffin for third as Pete Loria continues to lead and Sear runs second. Laps down this time by Pittsburgh Pete Loria, looking for his second win of the season in the Quaker Steak and Lube Imperial Tire and Automotive number 11. The Keystone Beer Sub Express 35 of Mike Sear runs second. The Remax Real Estate and Mystic Beverages 7 of Dwayne Poffin is third, and the Danforth Construction D&B Trucking 97 of Travis Geisler is fourth, and closing on the third place car of Dwayne Poffin. They're side by side for third into turn 1. Jim Steffens running fifth in the 38 car. Andy Klein spins the car. Yellow is out. Andy Klein, look out! Whoa, Mike Sear missed him by an inch. Caution out for the... On to go here. It's Pete Loria's race to restart, not the 35 of Mike Sear, and Sear set the pace. Knew that was going to happen. And he's underway, and the green is out. Davey Hahn way up on the outside in car number 4. He's running the top side. They are side by side for second. They were side by side for second. Steffens is now second. Poffin third. Travis Geisler is still fourth in the 97th. And I think Davey Hahn flattened his tire. He probably bumped the wall over there in turn 2 in the number 4 car. Geisler now to the inside trying to take third away from the 7 of Dwayne Poffin. halfway, 10 laps to go, 10 to go. Travis Geisler and Dwayne Popham continuing their wheel-to-wheel duel into turn number 3. Out in front, it's Pittsburgh, Pete Luria. Jim Steffens is second. Geisler now third. Popham, though, goes back on the outside into turn 1. Trying to take that third spot back away from Geisler. Travis goes back in front down the backstretch. Chuck Mowry running a strong fifth in car 64. Joe Johnson is 6. Mike Cecere trying to come back up into 7th as he pressures the 83 of Mike Morgan. Off of 4 down the front straightaway. Cecere making the pass. Dwayne Popham apparently slowing down in the Remax Real Estate. Mystic Beverages 7. Chuck Mowry in the 64 and the 3J of Joe Johnson go by. Popham slowing on the top side of the racetrack in car number 7. See the hand waving out the window. Dwayne now crossing the speedway. See some sparks coming out from under the back right of that car. Pete Luria flying here tonight in the Quaker Steak and Lube Century 3 Dodge, number 11A. Culprits Collision and Service 38 of Jim Steffens running second. Travis Geisler's Danforth Construction D&B Trucking 97 is third. Chuck Mowry in the 64M fourth right now. The Phil's towing 3J trying to hold off the Keystone Beer 35 of Mike Cecere for fifth, but Cecere makes the pass into 3 and 4. The Keystone Beer Sub Express 35 back into the top 5. Andy Klein goes into the pits in car number 8. 4 laps to go here, 4 laps to go. More laps to go. Pittsburgh Pete Luria looking for his second win of the season. Mike Cecere trying to work his way from the back of the field into the top 4, right behind the 64M of Chuck Mowry. Battle for fourth down the backstretch into turn 3. White flag waving for your leader. Steffens second and Travis Geisler third. Cecere now underneath the 64 of Chuck Mowry. They're side by side for fourth into turn 1. Battle continues off the 2 down the backstretch. Here comes your leader, the Quaker Steak and Lube Imperial Tire and Automotive Century 3 Dodge 11 of Pittsburgh. Pete Luria wins for the second time this year. Steffens second, Geisler third. Mike Cecere will come back to finish fourth, and Chuck Mowry fifth in car 64. And Joe Johnson, Mike Morgan, John Pavlik, and George Bland.
A limited late model feature. Win for you tonight.
Yeah, it's the first time I won with my son here, and it's pretty special.
I'm sure it is. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Hey, let's talk about the race. That's the way you want to do it. We were talking in the pits after the heat races. You come over and says, Ted, what are we going to invert? I says, nothing. We're going to start straight up. You had a huge smile on your face.
Yeah, it was pretty good, but the way this car was tonight, I think we could start last and ran really good. We've been trying stuff tonight. We wanted to come tonight and try some things we've been seeing on the other Rocket chassis, and we figured that, and it works really, really well.
Real quick on the 7th lap caution, a little bit of controversy. What was going on with the restart from your seat?
Well, I'm the leader of the race, and I start the race. I set the pace, and the other guy didn't seem to think so. So I'm not going to go till I'm ready to go.
Congratulations, great win tonight.
Thanks, Ted.
Put your hands together for Pete Loria. Now, real quick, the 50-50 is worth $609. We're going to pull a ticket here in a second. If you have it, the track office, if you've never been here before, is on the very end of these grandstands here. You can pick up your cash. So just in a few seconds, we're going to pull.
In the L. Thomas Body Shop and Towing, ARL Trucking, number 99 out of Carnegie, Ricky Thomas. Making his first Pittsburgh start in the big 100-lap event, our current Zaresco Limited Late Model points leader in the Franklin Racing Supply 4X from Saxonburg, the 18-year-old Alex Faree. Next in line, in car number 11A, out of Savannah, Georgia, Hav-A-Tampa Rookie of the Year contender, Leland Pruitt. In the next row, the Iron City Beer 55 from Clinton, Bill Nepper. In the Rose Performance number 83R, good to see him make the starting fill this evening. From Somerset, Scott Rhodes. Making the long tow from Jacksonville, Florida, in car number 46, the Bartow Enterprises Warrior Chassis, Earl Pearson Jr. with 2 Hav-A-Tampa career wins. Also making the starting grid for the first time in a big 100-lapper here at the Monster Half Mile. He was last year's limited late model track champion in car number 20 out of Houston, Jason Sisson. Starting 18th. In the Malquid Racing Engines Rocket Chassis T8, current late model points leader here at Pittsburgh. It's been a good year from St. Clairsville, Ohio. The T8 of Mark Bonnell. Starting 17th alongside the Franklin Racing Supply 4, one of our B-Main winners tonight, along with Mark Bonnell, Ed Faree from Saxonburg with 17 career wins here at Pittsburgh. The next row finds another regular Saturday night competitor in the Medical Center Brace Service number 5 out of Chester, West Virginia, Lou Bradish. To his inside, currently 5th in the Hav-A-Tampa point standings. 12 career Hav-A-Tampa wins, including 2 this year from Batesville, Arkansas, on the Monday Trucking 6, Wendell Wallace. Your next row finds the Quisenberry Trucking Curtis Equipment CB3, Clayton Quisenberry out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Inside, in the 0, from Mooresburg, Tennessee, the only 3-time winner of the Pittsburgher 100, your Hav-A-Tampa points leader, Scott Bloomquist. Outside the next row, the Millersburg, Ohio man, Racing John Mason in car number 72, Racing John Mason. Inside, in the Bland's Towing 0, 2 career wins here at Pittsburgh for Morgantown, West Virginia's Dave Groves. Starting 10th in the Cochran Automotive 1C, the all-time leading late model winner at Pittsburgh from Cranberry Township, Lynn Geisler. In the Dover Cylinder Heads Monday Trucking 17M, your fast qualifier tonight, out of Rossville, Georgia, Dale McDowell. Starting 8th in the Youngblood Concrete number 53, he got his first Hav-A-Tampa win earlier this season, Ray Cook from Murphy, North Carolina. Starting 7th in the Curtis Equipment Quisenberry Trucking 00, former Hav-A-Tampa point champion, 3rd in the current point standings from Knoxville, Tennessee, Freddie Smith. Starting 6th in the JMC number 89, last year's winner of the Dirt Track World Championship from Dalton, Georgia, Marshall Green. Starting 5th in the Mack Trailer Manufacturing Star 1 from Sugar Grove, Job Frank. Starting 4th in the Johns Towing Nigel Auto Solutions 48, 2-time winner of the Pittsburgher, 3rd all-time late model winner here from Greensburg, Davey Johnson. Starting 3rd in that new Rocket Chassis, the Hartman Racing Enterprises 75 from Zanesville, Bartman, Bart Hartman. And your front row, outside of row number 1 in the Rocket Chassis Dream Racing Engine 68, recent winner of the Penn National 100 right here from Weston, West Virginia, Tim Hitz. And on the pole in the Curtis Equipment number 31, winner of the Hav-A-Tampa show here in May, from Georgetown, Tennessee, Skip Arp.
Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this?
$100 laps, $10,000 to win the Keystone 100. The Hav-A-Tampa Racing Series ready to rock and roll at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. And the green is out. They scramble into turn one. Hit on the outside, takes the lead into two. Arp second, Johnson third down the back straightaway. Hartman is fourth, Marshall Green fifth. John Frank in the star one down on the inside, picks up a spot off the fourth turn. It's still Timmy Hitt, Skip Arp second. Davey Johnson running third. Hartman is fourth. We got a spin on the back straightaway. Spin on the back straightaway, and the caution is out. Leland Pruitt in car number 11, spinning the way to go on all the starts tonight. They've been the winners. Hitt starting outside front row. He's your leader now. We still have 99 laps to go. And the green is out. Hitt continues to set the pace. Arp second, Johnson third, Hartman fourth, Chump Frank fifth. Then Ray Clark, Marshall Green, and Freddie Smith. This time it's Bill Nepper spinning up in turn four, and the caution is back out. One lap in the books. Green is back out. John Frank down low, trying to take fourth away from Bart Hartman, and he makes that pass in turn two. Still Hitt, chased by Arp. Johnson third, Frank fourth. Hartman is fifth, Cook sixth. Freddie Smith seventh, Marshall Green is eighth. Dale McDowell close ninth, in fact maybe eighth, Green ninth, and Mason runs 10th. Laps are down, and Tim Hitt continues to lead the Keystone 100. Skip Arp second. Off the pace, the 5 of Lou Bradish. Flat right rear tire for car 5, Lou Bradish. Caution is out. Lou Bradish will duck left into the pits. 4 laps are down in the Keystone 100. is back out. We got a spin again. Turn 2, caution is out for the 11 of Leland Pruitt. We're back underway. Bart Hartman back under the start one of Chubb Frank as they battle for fourth down the back straightaway. Hit with Arp second, Johnson third. Chubb Frank fourth, Hartman is fifth, Cook sixth, Smith seventh. McDowell is eighth, Green ninth, Wallace 10th, and Bloomquist is up to 11th. Scott Bloomquist has gone to the top side of the Speedway, the Pittsburgh groove that he has made famous. Seven-car length lead for Timmy Hitt, and it's back just a bit to third, Davey Johnson, as Skip Arp continues to chase. Remember, Arp ran second for 60-some laps here in May before passing the leader, Rick Auckland, for the point. Scott Rhodes off the pace and heads to the pits in car 83R. Scott Rhodes pitting in car 83R. Smith to the inside, trying to pass the 53 of Ray Cook, and right behind Smith is the 17 of Dale McDowell. Still hit. Arp continues to put that left side up in the sky. We've got 10 laps down. Hitt also picking up that left front wheel. Looks awful strong again tonight, as he did in the Penn National 100. Ray Cook is held on to 6th. Freddie Smith is 7th. Dale McDowell 8th. Wallace is 9th. Marshall Green running 10th. Leland Pruitt coming back onto the Speedway in car number 11. Several laps down. Front three cars running on the same straightaway. That is back almost another straight to the fourth place car of Chubb Frank. Bart Hartman running 5th. Timmy Hitt closing in on the back of the field here very shortly. They'll start into lap traffic. Skip Arp is staying right there with it. Johnson 3rd, Frank 4th, Hartman 5th, Cook 6th, Smith 7th. McDowell 8th, Wallace 9th, Marshall Green runs 10th. And Ricky Thomas starting to smoke heavily in front of your race leaders. The 99T slowing down on the back straight. He'll head to the pits. Ricky Thomas heads to the pits in car 99. Lap traffic now in front of race leader Tim Hitt as he tries to get under the 55 of Bill Nepper on the front stretch. In the run, Nepper goes down. Close call for Hitt. Hitt is still your leader, but Skip Arp is right there behind him. Davey Johnson a close third. Into turn 3 and 4, it's still Hitt. Arp trying to get under the 55 of Bill Nepper. Your front three again, single foul into turn number 3. Now in front of the race leader is Lynn Geisler. Timmy Hitt putting a lap on Geisler, who is slowed down. He's got the right rear quarter panel rubbing on his tire. Geisler off the pace. In the Cochran Automotive ARL Trucking Budweiser 1C. Hitt, Harp, and Johnson. 1, 2, 3 into turn number 3. Geisler pitting. Hitt now trying to lap the 4X of Alex Ferree. Down on the inside in 1 and 2. The Rocket Dream 68 continues to set the pace. Skip Harp in tow and Davey Johnson sitting there in third. 19 laps down, 19 down. Frank is fourth, Hartman fifth, Cook sixth, Smith seventh, McDowell eighth, Wendell Wallace ninth, and Marshall Green is 10th. Ferree 11th, Bloomquist 12th, Gross 13th, Mason 14th, Pearson is 15th, Christenberry 16th, Banal 17th, Bradish 18th, all in the lead lap. 20 laps are down, 20 down. Skip Harp, Davey Johnson to the inside of Harp in turn 2 as they try to get by the lap car of Jason Sisson. May have been some contact off at 2 between Harp and Johnson. Davey J trying to pick up the pace here, put a little heat on Skip Harp for that runner-up spot as Hitt has opened up a half a straightaway lead. Harp now pulling away from Johnson as they're in clear racetrack. Traffic though in front of your leader, Tim Hitt. He's got 4 cars in front of him as he enters turn number 1. Just about a quarter of the way home. Down the back chute. 4 cars in front of Tim Hitt as he heads into 3. He'll dive under the CB3 of Clayton Christenberry. Now he passes the 11 of Leland Pruitt. Lou Bradish and Mark Pinnell are next in front of Hitt. 2 lap cars between Hitt and Skip Harp. Johnson is third. Frank still fourth, followed closely by the 75 of Bart Hartman. Johnson again able to close in on Skip Harp for a second as they come off of 4. They're almost side by side. Into turn number 1. Skip Harp and Davey Johnson swinging by the CB3. Not yet. Johnson has to slingshot to the inside to get by down the backstretch. Meantime, Bradish and Banal are side by side in front of your race leader, Timmy Hitt. 25 laps are down, 25 laps down. Banal and Bradish have their race going on, and Tim Hitt has got Skip Harp and Davey Johnson trying to track him down. So far, they seem like they have been a pretty strong pace. It really hasn't got right to them. Now Banal gets high, and Timmy goes by him in turn 1. Skip Harp has closed in a bit. Johnson still third, Chubb Frank fourth, Bart Hartman fifth, Freddie Smith is now 6th, Ray Cook 7th, Dale McDowell 8th, Wendell Wallace 9th, Marshall Green is 10th. Skip Harp getting by the T8 of Mark Banal. Hitt now trying to put a lap on the 5 of Lou Bradish. Timmy Hitt still unable to get by Bradish off of 4. This time runs hard into 3 on the inside of Bradish. And he makes the pass exiting turn 4. Clear track for race leader Tim Hitt. Skip Harp second, Davey Johnson third. Chubb Frank fourth, Hartman fifth, Freddie Smith runs 6th. Ray Cook 7th, Dale McDowell 8th, Wendell Wallace 9th, Marshall Green 10th, Ed Free 11th, Bloomquist 12th, Gross 13th, Mason 14th, Pearson 15th, all still on the lead lap with 30 laps complete. 30 laps are down. Skip Harp within about a dozen car lengths of hit, and it's back almost a full straightaway now to the third place car, Davey Johnson, as Bart Hartman tries to get by Chubb Frank for fourth. Side by side for fourth, coming off of Ford, still Frank fourth, Hartman fifth. As Hit closes in on some more traffic here, and Skip Harp is closing back in on Timmy Hit. So far, Hit has been the better of the two cars in traffic. Johnson by himself in third. Frank still fourth with Bart Hartman a close fifth. Freddie Smith sixth. Ray Cork is seventh. McDowell eighth. Wendell Wallace ninth. Marshall Green 10th. Here comes your leader, Timmy Hit. He led wire to wire here on July 18th in the Penn National 100. He's led the first 34 laps of tonight's Keystone 100. We still got a long way to go, and Skip Harp is giving him no breathing room. Harp has closed back in. Real close now as they race off of four. Hit trying to lap John Mason into turn number one. He gets by, but Skip Harp is just 2 car lengths behind him. Six laps complete, 36 complete. It continues to lead. Skip Harp is staying right there with it. Dave Groves, the next to be encountered by Tim Hit as he tries to lap him. They're close in four. Off the fourth turn, Hit gets by. Now Harp is right there with it. Scott Bloomquist next in front of the race leaders. Davey Johnson third. Chubb Frank still fourth, and Bart Hartman right there pressuring Frank for the fourth spot with Freddie Smith running sixth. Fourth, fifth, and sixth are tight in turn three. Harp is going for the lead in turn two. Skip Harp dives under Tim Hit. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Hit holds him off into three. Wow, Harp shot in there like a knife through butter. But Hip got the horsepower cranked back up on the back straightaway. She tries to lap the 55 of Bill Nepper into turn number one. Hit's able to get by. Arp staying right with him. And now there's a lap car between first and second. A little breathing room for Tim Hit. Davey Johnson tries to close back in on the front duo. He's within a straightaway again. 60 laps to go in the Keystone 100. 60 to go. Hit and Arp. Caution is out for the zero of Dave Groves. 39 laps complete. 39 laps complete. Caution for those, and the green is back out. Goes Bart Hartman in car 75 again, trying to take fourth away from the star one of Chubb Frank into three. Davey Johnson to the inside, trying to take second away from Skip Harp as they race off of four. Now Johnson gets out of the groove in two, and he'll lose ground, but he's still third. Chubb Frank is fourth, Bart Hartman fifth, Freddie Smith sixth, Cook seventh, McDowell eighth, Wallace ninth, and Marshall Green runs 10th. Scott Bloomquist spinning in turn four. Caution is out. Timmy hits. Skip Hart now trying to get around, hit on the outside here to turn number 4. He'll settle in behind him as we got a spin in the middle of the pack up in turn number 4. Marshall Green, Alex Ferree, Lou Bradish, Scott Bloomquist, Jason Sisson, John Mason, Ed Ferree. Pearson now being towed into the pits in car 46. Green is back out. Skip Hart to the outside in turn 2, and he's got the lead. He tried the outside a few laps earlier in 3 and 4. This time it worked. He takes the lead. Hits second now. Johnson third. Frank fourth. Hartman fifth. And Freddie Smith is sixth. A close sixth to Bart Hartman in turn 1. Johnson now trying to take second away from Tim, hit off of turn 4. Down the back straightaway, hit still second, Johnson third, and Arp pulled away here in the Curtis Equipment GRT to 31. 55 laps to go, 55 laps to go. Here comes Bart Hartman to the inside of Chubb Frank. Side by side for 4th down the back straightaway into 3. Bart Hartman making the pass of Chubb Frank and moving up to 4th. Freddie Smith passing Chubb Frank in turn 2 down the back straightaway. Frank battles back on the outside. Freddie Smith is now 5th. Chubb Frank drops to 6th. Ray Cook still 7th. Dale McDowell 8th. Wendell Wallace 9th. Marshall Green runs 10th. Skip Arp just flying. He's already got that lead up to a straightaway. Halfway this time by, still 50 laps to go in the Keystone 100. 50 laps to go. Skip Arp said it was time to get serious after that last caution. Man, he is just flying. He's already catching up to the back of the field. He will go by the 11 of Leland Pruitt. Trying to lap the 20 of Jason Sisson. now by the 55 of Bill Knepper. Christenberry to CB3 goes another lap down to your race leader. That lead still a straightaway, and now 3 lap cars between first and second. Timmy hit with Davey Johnson right behind him in the 48, running second. Johnson third, and it's back a ways to Bart Hartman fourth, Freddie Smith fifth. Chubb Frank sixth, Ray Cook seventh. Dale McDowell still 8th, Wendell Wallace 9th, and Marshall Green is 10th, Ed Ferree 11th, and Scott Bloomquist 12th, still on the lead lap. Johnson starting to pressure hit again for that second spot. Laps to go, 40 to go. It slides up. Johnson moves down on the inside. The 55 of Bill Knepper, the meat in the sandwich, and it's Johnson to second. Hit drops to third. Timmy's car seems to be getting a little loose in the middle of the corner. He's dropped to third now. Johnson is second. Hartman still fourth. Freddie Smith fifth. And Skip Harp is your leader. He's got almost, in fact, a full straightaway lead over Davey Johnson. The Curtis Equipment, number 31, in the fast lane here tonight. Now is caught up again to the cars on the lead lap. Scott Bloomquist, the last car on the lead lap. Harp's lead still a full straightaway over Davey Johnson. "35 laps to go. 35 laps to go." Now right behind Bloomquist, who runs 12th. Harp right behind Bloomquist again. Lead has shrunk to a half a straightaway over Davey Johnson. Back another half a shoot to the 68 of Tim Hitt third. Bart Hartman still fourth. Freddie Smith fifth. And back a long ways to Chubb Frank, who's sixth. Ray Cook seventh. Dale McDowell eighth. Wendell Wallace ninth. Marshall Green 10th. Ferree 11th. Bloomquist is 12th. Still on the lead lap. 30 laps to go, 30 to go. Davey Johnson trying to close in on Skip Arp. Arp seems to have backed off that blistering pace. The 20 of Jason Sisson slowing down, and the pair is headed for the pits. There are no lap cars between first and second now. First and second, no lap traffic between them. A half a straightaway lead for Skip Arp. Ray Cook making a pass of Chubb Frank up to 6th. Frank has dropped to 7th now. McDowell still 8th, Wallace 9th, Green 10th, and they're all in front of Skip Arp, so they're racing for position. No one's going to want to move over to let Arp by. Things could get interesting here in the closing stages as Skip Arp tries to lap Scott Bloomquist. He does into turn number 1. Arp not only trying to win the race here tonight, but close in on Bloomquist in the Hav-A-Tampa point standings. He trails Scott. Bloomquist leads. Arp second in the point standings. Bloomquist has won 5 times this year. Arp 4. Still a lot of traffic in front of your leader. As we get into the final quarter of the Keystone 100. 11 cars remain on the lead lap, and that lead continues to shrink. Davey Johnson continues to close in slowly on Skip Arp. Remember, Johnson, too, is going to have to deal with the lap traffic. 1 car between first and second now, and that's the 0 of Scott Bloomquist. As Arp tries to lap the 4 of Ed Ferré to put 2 lap cars between himself and Johnson. He makes the pass off of 4 with 25 laps to go. Hitt still 3rd, Hartman 4th, Smith 5th. Ray Cook 6th, Chubb Frank 7th. Dale McDowell 8th, Wendell Wallace 9th, Marshall Green 10th, still on the lead lap. Davey Johnson getting by the 0 of Scott Bloomquist as they race off of 4. Still 1 lap car between first and second. Half a straightaway advantage for Skip Arp. Arp trying to get by Marshall Green here off of turn number 4. Not yet. Maybe now into turn 1. 22 laps to go. 20 to go. 22 to go. 2 lap cars again between first and second. Hartman, your 4th place car, starting to reel in the 68 of Tim Hitt, who is 3rd. $20 laps to go, 20 to go. CB3, Clayton Christenberry almost losing it here on the front straightaway. Back to 1 lap car between first and second as Johnson gets by the 4 of Ed Ferré with 19 laps to go. Davey now trying to get by the 89 of Marshall Green. And he'll make the pass off of 4 down the front stretch. 18 laps to go and no lap traffic between your first 2 place cars. Skip Arp, half a straightaway over Davey Johnson. Hitt still 3rd. Not far behind him is Bart Hartman in 4th and Freddie Smith 5th. 6th is Ray Cook. Frank 7th. McDowell 8th. Wallace 9th. Wallace now. The next car for Skip Arp to try to lap, but he does not get by him on the back straightaway. In 3 and 4. Arp able to put Wendell Wallace a lap down with 16 to go. Bart Hartman now is right behind the third place car of Tim Hitt. Third, fourth, and fifth down the back straightaway. Hitt, Hartman, and Smith. 15 laps to go, 15 to go. Four-lap traffic in front of your leader here. Skip Arp. Wendell Wallace, the lap car between first and second. Johnson now, Davey trying to get by Wendell Wallace. The gap is shrinking, folks. The gap is shrinking between first and second. Johnson by Wendell Wallace. Again, no lap traffic between your leaders, and they're 3 wide in front of your race leader here with 12 laps to go in the Keystone 100. Skip Arp, 3 cars in front of him. Davey Johnson closing in. Freddie Smith tried to pass Bart Hartman for 5th. And we got Bart Hartman slowing down on the racetrack. Meantime, Johnson's right behind Skip Arp. Hartman slowing down. The green is still out. Skip Arp leads into 3. Bart Hartman stops on the racetrack. Caution is out. Caution is out. Hartman, who is running 4th, brings out the caution. Hartman now complaining that the car is starting to overheat. 12 laps to go. Lights are out. 8 cars on the lead lap. Bart Hartman, the last car on the lead lap. Car running hot. And the green is back out. Arp leads, Johnson 2nd, Hitt 3rd, Smith 4th. Chop Frank back to 5th into Star 1. 11 laps to go. Bart Hartman off the pace. The car overheating. The 75 car running hot. Ray Cook back challenging Chub Frank for 5th. Off the 4th turn, they battle for side-by-side for that 5th spot. Skip Arp still leading, and Johnson staying in striking distance. Nine laps to go. Skip Arp in the Curtis Equipment 31 leads the Johns Towing. Nigel Auto Solutions 48 of Davey Johnson. Chop Frank still 5th. Ray Cook 6th. Dale McDowell 7th on the lead lap. Skip Arp's lead increasing here. Just 6 more laps to go, 6 to go. Skip Arp pulling away little by little. 5 to go, 5 to go. Cook now has defeated the 7th. Dale McDowell trying to take 5th away from Chubb Frank off the second turn down the back straightaway. Frank still 5th, McDowell a close 6th. 3 to go for your leaders as they head into turn number 1. Chubb Frank still 5th, McDowell 6th, Ray Cook 7th on the lead lap. Two more laps to go in the Keystone 100. One more lap. Skip Arp, who was the winner here in May, comes back tonight, overtakes Tim Hitt for the lead following a lap 42 restart. Through 3 and 4 in the Curtis equipment. GRT 31, Georgetown, Tennessee. Skip Arp wins his 2nd of the year at Pittsburgh, number 5 on the season. Davey Johnson 2nd. Tim Hitt 3rd. Freddie Smith 4th. Here they come off of 4. Chubb Frank 5th, Dale McDowell 6th, and Ray Cook 7th. Wallace, Ferree, and Bloomquist. Look out, Marshall Green. Almost lost the handle there at the end. 5th, 4th. Chubb Frank, never give up Chubb, rounds out your top 5. At 98, right here at the Monster Half Mile, has only ever been to this track 3 times and has won the big cash twice. I want to thank Ira Mel from All Sports Awards for presenting our trophies tonight. Ira Mel from All Sports Awards presenting our trophies for this evening for both the Zaresco Limited Lates and the Hav-A-Tampa Late Models. Found a place he definitely likes. How about it, fans? How would I stand for Skip Arp? Ted Williams is standing by. Let's go to Ted for some quick comments. Ted?
Well, I'll tell you what, Skip, 2 Hav-A-Tampa races, the first ever here at Pittsburgh. You swept them both. What an outstanding performance tonight.
Well, I tell you, like I was talking before the race, really like this place, and that makes a big difference. You know, you get on the track you really like to run on, it seems like you try a little bit harder. You know, the racetrack was good, and Tim Hitt was good. We just able to get by him after one of them restarts, but I was having a hard time with him up to that point, so just tickled to death. You know, the GRT car's been great. Our custom motors and Ralph Curtis, the owner, they all been great. Brian and lives up here in Mars, and Donnie, both them guys helped us with it to get us here, and man, we appreciate it.
Skip, when you made the move on the 44th lap to get by Timmy Hitt, you held with him first part of the race. It almost seemed like it was time to go. Was that what was going through your mind?
Well, really, the first part of the race, I was running as hard as I could and just, you know, was just doing good to keep him inside. And then the track kind of changed a little bit, and it seemed like our car got a little bit better. But, you know, he was running awful good and didn't know if I'd get by him or not. But, you know, the car kind of come around and everything worked out good.
Skip, once you did get by him, you were able to open up a real big lead. But later on in the race, lap traffic started coming into play. It was really starting to hold you up and let Davey Johnson close the gap.
Well, I tell you, right there, whenever I caught the lap traffic, you know, I felt like they was about as good as I was again. And, you know, if I could have went on, I'd have went on. But I was doing all I could to keep up with him. And I knew Davey was getting close. They said he was coming. But after the tires cooled off, it seemed like we could go again a little bit.
Skip, I think I know the answer to this question, but were you happy to see that caution come out on the 88th lap? That way you knew you had 12 laps of clear track in front of you.
Well, sometimes that works out out to your advantage, then sometimes they hurt you. But I knew he was coming, and I knew that traffic was up there, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to get through it, so it worked out good.
Skip, congratulations again, another outstanding performance.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Pittsburgh, give it up for Skip Harp, the Keystone 100 winner. He definitely has found the secret here at the Monster Half Mile. There's no
doubt about that. Let's give you the official rundown. Skip Arp, your winner in car 31. Car 48, Davey Johnson, second. 68, Tim Hitt, third. 00, Freddie Smith, fourth. Star, 1. Chub Frank, fifth. 17, Dale McDowell, sixth. 53, Ray Cook, seventh. 6, Wendell Wallace, 8th, 1 lap down. Then the 4 of Ed Faree, 9th. The 0 of Scott Bloomquist, 10th. And the 89 of Marshall Green, 11th. 2 laps down in 12th. The T8 of Mark Bennell. Then the CV3 of Clayton Christenberry. 72, John Mason. Finishing 15th, 3 laps down, the 55 of Bill Nepper. 16th, 10 laps down, the 75 of Bart Hartman. Then the 11 of Leland Pruitt, the 20 of Jason Sisson, the 5 of Lou Bradish, the 46 of Earl Pearson, the 4 of Alex Faree, the 0 of Dave Groves, the 1 of Lynn Geisler, the 99T of Ricky Thomas, and finishing 25th, car 83, Scott Rhodes. Well, folks, we thank you for coming out. Take your time exiting the Speedway. There's going to be a little jam up here to get out, so take your time leaving. When you do have a safe trip home, we hope you enjoyed your stay. Don't forget, we'll be back racing every Saturday night. Next week, regular show for the late models, the Resco Limited Lates, M-Stall Modifieds, and the Spectator Stocks, plus that Demolition Derby after the races. And late model fans, mark it down, September 18th, 19th, and 20th, the 10th annual Pittsburgh 100 right here at Dirt's Monster Half Mile.